I've been real tempted, but I've been waiting to hear your review.
I don't like it. And in fact, I have actually played it every day a bit just to kind of try to get through it. But I have to say, a lot of people seem to like it. I'm really surprised by what I think of as kind of misplaced nostalgia on this one. It is obviously a good-looking game, as it would be. It's a modern game. It runs very quickly. It's kind of good like that. It doesn't really have a lot of the modern complexities, but also capabilities of typical shooters of these days, the Battlefields, the Call of Duties, whatever. It's kind of old school, but it's also like overly simplistic. I don't know. I just don't. I don't like multiplayer. That's typically my big draw. I've been playing through the single player. I find it incredibly frustrating. I'm on a level now where you have to kind of jump. It's like platforms, and you're double jumping and jumping. But it's checkpoint based, right? So I have basically scaled what is essentially like a skyscraper, and then headed out across an area, and then I miss jump and I die, and I go all the way back down to the beginning. You're like, okay. And then there's fighting that occurs along the way, and you go back up, now I missed the jump somewhere else, and you're dead. And you go all the way back down there. And you can only take so much of that before you're like, you know what, this isn't worth it. It's just, I don't know. So I don't know. I'm going to finish the single player thing just to do it, but it's not really doing it for me.
Good, you just saved me $60.
Yeah, well, but seriously, read other reviews. I'm
no, people, I was on the fence anyway.
Yeah,
I was on the fence, so now
it's.
I'll watch more of the cutscenes. The trailers.
I love the game.
Okay, Alex says he loves it. He just finished it Monday night.
Of course he did.
On insane level.
So how old was he when the original Doom came out? 3?
Were you alive when the original Doom came out? Do you remember it?
Yeah. I still love the game.
He still loves that game. We were playing it the other day.
It's a classic. That was that was a foundational.
Yeah. Well, that's the reason I'm interested in. It's not my kind of game generally. He says get it on the PC. It's not as good on the Xbox One. It's a mouse and keyboard game. I agree with you on that. Yeah.
Oh, but I mean, I think of it as sashaying. I can't stand up and do this here, unfortunately. But back in the day, I had a friend who did a really good imitation of the guy from Doom if he was in real life. Yeah. And the way you kind of move sideways and you bump into a wall and then you come back and you bump. It's just ridiculous.
Always with his hands out in front of him.
Yeah. Yep.
When you see it in VR, it'll be killer.
Yeah. They'll be vomiting everywhere. It'll be great.